episode, we're taking a crash course in Latino study. We'll learn, what are Latinos?
I think a Latino is somebody that feels guilt. If you don't want to help me, Carlos, that's fine. I find a better song.
What the heck is Spanglish?
He thinks he's all that, como si fuera la última Coca-Cola del desierto.
And are there different types of Latinos?
Basically, there are those who play baseball, and there are those who play soccer.
Get to your desk. It's time for class. It's time for Latino 101. This is Substitute Professor Jenkins. Professor Oro Garcia was in a bad car accident. He'll now be celebrating Dia de los Muertos on a permanent basis. So I'm taking over. Let's start by defining Latino.
How do I define Latino?
People have been fighting about that definition for the last, say, 50 years.
The layman's way of describing it would be
Emotional.
spicy,
Tight family.
hungry,
High sex drive.
festive,
Hardworking.
Hardworking.
Hardworking, we're happy, we're sad, we're mad.
We're people who know how to dance. Don't count that.
I think a Latino is somebody that feels guilt. You know, it's kind of like being Jewish, you know? Carlos, don't tell me you're not going to help me. No, fine. If you don't want to help me, Carlos, that's fine. I find a better song.
Latinos, one word, we're loud. We're screaming every time, everywhere, even in places. We need to be quiet like a funeral. So I was like, ay, Dios mío, se murió mi muchacha, ¿por qué, Dios mío? And that's a dead body talking.
Fiery, full of life, full of energy.
proud.
Proud.
A lot of pride. It's in your heart, right here.
Machismo! Little machoism.
We're also the only people who use the old television as a stand for the new television.
We have a lot of flavor.
All kinds of spices.
Even in the way the women dress, things are super tight. Hair is super done, nails are super long, boobs are super big. Well, not the boobs are not that big, but the butts are.
A Latino is anyone who is of Spanish, Portuguese, French origin, meaning people whose language come from the Latin language, romantic languages.
Have you ever heard French people speak? It doesn't sound romantic to me. It sounds like two little babies. What is that, bro? I mean, I'll take the croissant to go. We're everywhere and we're everything. And that's good. You can't put us in a box.
So how do non-Latinos define Latinos? In English, of course. They don't speak Spanish.
하나의 모든 걸 이렇게 창조한 것은 사실이고 하나님이 창조한 것은 다 선한 것이었습니다. 근데 사단의 그 김정일은 그 사단의 마음에 잡혀 있고 악한 마음에 잡혀 있기 때문에 나쁘다고 생각합니다.
What the?
Partiers, I know that. You guys party. Y'all partiers.
Basically, people who are Spanish-speaking from different parts of the world, like South America, Dominican Republic, the Hispaniola Islands. Ooh, I just got real deep. No one knew that, did they? Ooh, sorry. Lo siento.
I define Latinos as the guys that show white guys which tattoos to get and which ones to avoid. They're kind of like a tattoo template for white guys. You know, because like if I'm thinking about getting like a sword on my bicep, there's a Latino out there that can show me what that looks like because he's got one already.
I always used to think it was like people that speak Latin, but there are none left. So I was like, why are you guys calling yourself Latinos? Well, that would be funny if you just switched, like, we are now called Spanishitos because we don't speak Latin. So we are Spanishitos and Spanishitas for the ladies.
Well, I would like to define the Latino experience better. It's just they don't let me hang out with them, you know? Every time I go to get in the car with them, there's like 7 of them in the car, and then when I show up, suddenly they have to follow the seatbelt law. Sorry, man. Sorry, Andrew. Not enough room for you.
Latinos are proud people. I would be too if I was always being on.
Well, I mean, yeah, we are very proud of the places that we escaped from.
Ay, a mi mexicana americana.
Yo soy un Dominican yo.
Yo soy salvadoreña 100%.
Yo soy Chicano y Polaco, half Polish, half Mexican.
My children are half Irish, half Puerto Rican, so they dance salsa like, you know, they jump around.
I was born here. I'm first generation Latino. But you know what? Dominican Republic was in my house. You know, we had everything but the coconut trees.
I go back to the places where I grew up, you know, to just see, just nostalgic. Wow, I remember this was when I got beat up the first time.
I'm proud to be Latina.
My Latino friends, we get into it all the time with this pride thing. I'm like, man, what are you proud about?
Why shouldn't we be? We're beautiful people. We've created civilizations. We have beautiful women. We have beautiful culture. You should be proud. If you're Latino, be proud. And if you're not Latino, I'm sorry.
Hey, Latinos, what's up with all the flag? This ain't the World Cup, sucker. Put them things away.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Latinos and flags, it's that we just have a broken kite. That's all. It's a broken kite. And it will only fly like sideways.
It's amazing the variety of ways that Puerto Ricans have figured out how to wear and display their flag. You know, I mean, it's earrings, tattoos on the tongue. You know, I mean, underwear, bandanas, wristbands. You know, they start draping the hoods of their cars like in March to get ready for the Puerto Rican Day Parade in June.
The flag is the identity of the nation, and people hurry to it. You know what I mean? It's us in the most abstract sense.
And what they do to the flag is just amazing. They will stamp coquis on the flag and roosters on the flag and maracas on the flag. They'll personalize the flag with their own name. You know, you would never stamp something on the American flag because reverence for the American flag has a certain set of rules associated with it. You know, you're not supposed to customize your flag.
Cuba made a mistake on their flag. They tried to copy the Puerto Rico flag, and obviously they're colorblind because everyone knows that the triangle is blue and the stripes are red. Hello, Cubans. Hello.
Everyone is not Latino. Well, except for everybody watching this show.
I had no idea that I was like different from everybody else until I was older. I thought everybody lived in the Bronx, in the same building, in the same neighborhood. I thought we were all related.
I grew up in Laredo, and I thought we all looked like me. I didn't know people hated us till I moved out.
To me, there are a lot of honorary Latinos out there. Look at the way MC Hammer dresses. Tell me that's not Dominican. And that whole, plátano, plátano, that's Dominican. Rush Limbaugh. People say, he's not Latino. Come on. The guy's always talking mess. The guy's always wrong. He's always exaggerating. He's Cuban. He's Cuban. That's always talking about politics. And it's a Cuban.
I actually won the All-American Boy Award at my senior banquet. And the joke was, I wanted to run home with that award, you know, like Carlos Jaime Alasraqui, All-American Boy Award. Like, Mom, Dad, Operation Assimilation complete. We've done it. We've fooled them all.
And now it's time for Learning Espanol with Godfrey, the world's premier African-American Spanish language instructor. Bad words.
Malas palabras.
Gracias, Godfrey. Hey, don't cut class. Latino101 will be right back. Latino101 is about to begin. Get your ass back to class. Hey, Alex Raymundo. Latinos are making moves. So is it hip to be a Latino?
If it's hip, I need more.
Thank you, Alex. Now cut your here, you damn hippie. Spanish, the language del amor. Hola, mami. Swing it this way.
The Spanish language is such a sexy, romantic language. You know what I mean?
Te voy a dar una galleta que va a reguilar.
You see what I mean? You see how beautiful that accent sounds?
I think that the culture is born through the language, you know? The language is the infrastructure of your identity.
You can go to any place in Latin America, Costa Rica, Chile, Colombia, and speak one language, and it's still that same warming, inviting feeling in every Latin country that you go to.
They've done studies that show that just hearing Spanish triggers the same regions of the brain as breastfeeding, and I have noticed that effect on myself. You know, if I just hear a little bit of Spanish, no matter how much it is, even if I just oprime el dos when I'm on hold, you know, customer service, I suddenly notice like it triggers a...
When a Dominican speaks Spanish, you always think that they're yelling at you.
Te dije que venga para acá, que te estoy esperando.
Puerto Ricans talk like, we talk like we're depressed. Oye, nene. Oye, papi, verá, espérate un poco y verá, espérate.
My mother's from Buenos Aires, Argentina. Y when I grew up, she had the big H's. She's like, Carlos, I need to help me. Carlos, if I have to ask you to help me, then that is not helping.
Then you got the Dominicans, they're like hyper, you know, like, oh, loco, te graso. They always gotta add animals and stuff into their slang, like, oh, te graso, oh, ese monstruo, oh. It's like, oh. And then you have the Cubans that are just too aggressive.
Puerto Rican Spanish, Caribbean Spanish is definitely much faster than the Mexican and South American varietals.
The Mexicans are like, they sing. You know, Mexicans sing when they're like talking. Pescalito, pero no para tu gusano. ¿Cuál explotas si no es chinamplina? Órale, que no quiero ir para allá, que no conste, ni modo que no conste. Chanfle, ranfetero.
I love hearing Mexicans, like, they say some things that they don't even understand themselves that they say, you know? Oye, güey, ¿por qué decimos güey dando güey? No sé, güey.
I don't speak Spanish fluently, but I do speak restaurant Spanish because I've worked in restaurants. You know, I know otro más al lado, por favor. You know, solamente no más papas. La cebolla on the side.
Yeah, it's terrible. Some people try to fake it. Do you speak Spanish? Sí. And they'll leave it at that, you know? And sometimes you'll talk to people who clearly are not Latino, and they will tell you they speak Spanish.
I know how to pick up the ladies, because I took Spanish. Like, I know how to say things like, ¿Tú tienes un novio? ¿Dónde está el baño? Yo tengo un mucho, peniso.
Spanglish, the language most commonly spoken in drive-thrus.
People don't realize that the languages have been combining in this country to shape the United States from coast to coast from the beginning. The city of Chicago was named by its founder after his wife, who refused to leave him no matter how much he begged her. Chica, go.
Claro, I love being able to bust it in English and in Spanish. That's the new thing, being Spanglish, right?
I define Spanglish as any time that you're speaking both languages together simultaneously and not even noticing that you're switching back and forth.
Spanglish is kind of like what I do on the radio. You know, I open my breaks, I say, hey, what's cracking? ¿Cómo le va tu día? Ahora tenemos música nueva, Daddy Yankee, his newest hit.
Whenever we pushed her over the edge, my mother would let us know in Spanglish. Se los estoy advirtiendo for the last time. No me hagan pasar un mal rato because por mi madre se los juro, if I have to pull this car over, everybody se va a llevar un cocotazo.
Oh, yeah, my mom used to try to cheat at Scrabble. She would spell the word E-S-T-O-P. We're like, what's S-stop? She's like, stop, like a stop sign. Well, I guess I must be a stupid.
Bill Santiago's Spanglish bumper stickers.
My other car es una porquería también. Honk si eres indocumentado. I'd rather be hablando español. Pendejo on board. ¿Estamos there yet? If you can read this bumper sticker, estás muy close. Aliens are from Mars. Yo soy de Michoacán. And Chango is my co-pilot.
Hey, don't cut class. Latino101 will be right back. Latino101 is about to begin. Get your ass back to class. Differences and rivalries. Not all Latinos are the same, but they all live in the same house.
Basically, there are those who play baseball and there are those who play soccer.
Every nationality has someone to make fun of. You know what I mean? Like Mexicans, for some reason, I don't know who started this, don't like El Salvadorans. My dad started it probably.
The difference between Puerto Ricans and Cubans, about a foot.
I have never heard anyone hating Dominicans specifically. I know people who hate all of us.
Puerto Ricans have a little more of African in them. You understand? If you just watch baseball, they all look like me. And Mexicans, you can tell because they look like Native Americans, and they're all kind of short. You know what I'm saying? They got like Asiatic eyes, sort of, and they all have no ass. Puerto Ricans got ass. Pow! Grande! And the Mexican has plata!
But I'm married to a Mexican woman, and but you can't blame her. We're not all perfect. And the good thing about being married to a Mexican woman is that I always threaten her with immigration when we get mad. You're like, what? What you say? That's what I thought. That's what I thought. We want to settle this? Are we going to Sicily or not?
I think what Latinos need to do is stick together. If we stick together, we'll overthrow CIA's here.
Labels. Did you know Latinos call themselves by many different names? That reminds me. I once called a Cholo Maria. He whooped my ass.
There's Latinos, there are Hispanos, there are Hispanoamericanos, and in Spain, they call us Iberoamericanos because Spain refuses to let us go.
There's Cuban, there's Mexican, there's even Michoacan. I met this chick from Spain. 5 minutes, her and I got it on.
It doesn't really matter what country you're from because they all think we're Mexican anyway.
La, which in English means the. What's the opposite of Hispanic?
Hispanic?
Thank you, the, you fine mother. Homegirls.
Depending on the company is your identity. In that sense, it differentiates, right? Latino with Hispano.
Hey, what's up, Carlos? Your parents are Hispanic, right? That's why you're Carlos.
When I was in college, we were militant, so black people say, you notice when white people say Hispanic, you break it down, it says Hispanic, the white man's panic.
Chicanos. Them Mexicans from Chicago.
I'm down with Chicano. Orale, Chicanos.
Chicanos is a term that emerged here in America, especially in the Southwest, with those descendants of Mexicans born in the United States, and it has become a culture in its own right.
Oh, you don't know Las Mañanitas? You ain't a real Chicano, Holmes.
It is a very complicated political issue, so we're gonna have to fight it out and decide what we want to be called.
Latinos come in all colors. They're like human crayons.
It's hard to define us, man. We come in all shapes, colors, and sizes.
Because we'll have sex with anybody.
A lot of people think, when they see a black Latino, they start talking smack in Spanish, and the guys turn around, speaks better Spanish than you. You're like, oops, I made a mistake.
I didn't know. When I moved to New York, I was all like, that black person just spoke Spanish to me. This is here.
So you gotta be careful. We come in different colors, people.
Actually, I don't like when people say Latino or brown, because, hello, I'm not. I'm like, I don't think I'm even a color. I think I'm just transparent.
Are Brazilians Latino? Who cares? Let me see that Brazilian wax, baby. Let me see them thong. I like it when your hands go, put on. I like it when your booty go, huh?
Yes, Brazilians are Latin.
As far as Brazilians being Latino, I use being Latino whenever it's convenient. Seriously, that's all it is. There's a part of me that's very much Latino.
The main thing is Brazilian honeys are the bomb.
Are Filipinos Latino? I don't know. I never seen them dance, but they sing the hell out of that karaoke.
I feel bad for Filipinos. I think they're both Asian and Latino. They can't drive and have no insurance.
But it's pretty much a lot of similarities. It's just we eat rice, you guys eat beans, but it comes out brown the same.
Some Filipinos act Mexican, and some really act black. But then there's Filipinos who have cornrows. They call them egg rolls.
Do I think Filipino is Latino? Come on, Spain's conquered the Philippines for 333 years. They was our women. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't say that, huh? Oh, okay, so they were our women, right?
But Filipino men love black men.
What the?
The language is similar. Some words, though, sound the same, have different meanings, like the word puto, right? In my language, it means rice cake. Yeah, I got my butt kicked at my own birthday party. I was like, Armando, Raul, you guys want to eat some puto?
Now it's time for a pop quiz. Fill in the blanks. What do you call a Mexican from Texas? Or a Puerto Rican from New York? How about a Mexican from Tampa? We'll have the answer when Latino101 returns. Latino101 is about to begin. Get your ass back to class. And now, here are the answers to your Latino101 pop quiz. A Mexican from Texas can be referred to as a Tejano. A Puerto Rican from New York can be called a New Yorican. And a Mexican from Tampa is called a Tam-Paxican. You only come across one of them every 28 days. Bill Santiago's top 10 advantages of being a Latino.
Meeting siblings you never knew about. No one's ever gonna call you white trash. That's a big plus. I love this one. Dating interracially within your own race. Dancing merengue on the A train to your cell phone ringtone. Never having to say, oops, am I too early? Guaranteed part in high school production of West Side Story. Not being in jail makes you an instant overachiever. We're gonna get mail on that. Single bed sleeps 8. Glow in the dark crucifixes. When making love, ay papi just sounds so much better than who's your daddy.
I'm so Latino because my name is Jesus. I'm married to a Colombian woman.
I'm so Latino, I wax my whole entire face.
Got an ink and tattoo on me.
I'm so Latin that I can't leave my house without looking like I just got off a cruise ship from Miami.
I just had beans for breakfast.
I'm so Latino, I can fit 20 people in my 1991 Toyota Celica.
To me, a Latino is anybody who's ever wore 3 flowers in their hair at any point in their life. And I did it quite frequently when I was in high school.
Do I have to keep on going? Or?